So when we talk about the difference between splits and transitions, that's actually talking about how we address each target individually, aka splits. So if we shoot 2 shots on one target, those are splits. That's bang, bang. Whereas a transition is the dead time between first target to second target to third target. So it would be the bang, bang, that movement there to the next bang and the next target would be the transition. A lot of new shooters don't realize or have a hard time understanding that splits don't necessarily make you faster on a stage. The best way to kind of demonstrate it is if we can only reduce a certain amount of time on a given target, but we've got a lot of time that we can reduce in between targets, whether that's in how we transition from, say, one target array to another. If we were moving from one movement to the next, that entire amount of movement from one array to the next is indeed a transition. The same could be said for if we have an array of 4 targets and they're 3 yards apart, that 3 yards distance is a transition, is a transition, is a transition. So the things that we want to reduce, that's like the biggest low-hanging fruit in all of practical shooting, is reducing the amount of time that we spend on the transitions, or trying to make those transitions speed up to equal just about what our shot splits on a given target are. Time was 3.26 seconds. That was a 118 draw, a 3-0 split, a 6-0 transition with a 2-9 split, with a 6-1 transition, and a 2-8 split, for a total time again of 3.26 seconds. Now we've got a time of 2.75, doing nothing more than just speeding up the transition time, the dead time between targets, or the transitions. That is a 1.25 draw, so actually a little slower draw, with a 3-0 split, a 3-2 transition, a 2-9 split, a 2-9 transition, and a 3-0 split. So I did nothing more than just increase the transition, or decrease the transition speed by speeding that up. I kept the splits the exact same, but the difference was we had a 3.25, I believe, to a 2.75. So a half a second, or 0.6 of a second, well, half a second with the extra tenth on the draw. So, I mean, basically decreased our time by 0.6 of a second on a simple array of 3 targets, simply by just reducing the dead time of the gun moving from one target to the next.